hold still now, Annie.
Is it done?
Not quite. I just got... Oh, don't jiggle now. Oh, hi.
Hi. You see what Mr. Dressup is doing? He's making braids for me, just like my friend Rosa wears.
And Rosa's braids stick out from under her cap just like that.
Oh, I hope Rosa comes back and visits soon. She moved away, you know. Oh, I wish she didn't have to move away.
Yeah, it's pretty hard when you're missing a friend, but
Yeah.
anyway, you've got two nice, beautiful black braids, just like Rosa.
Thanks, Mr. Dressup.
You're welcome. I've got a couple things to do, so I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay. And I'm going to play a game Rosa and I used to play all the time. It's called Ha Ha This Away. You can play too if you want. When I was a little girl, when I was a little girl, 3 years old, I would hop, 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 I would hop, 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 I would hop, 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 then, oh, then. When I am a little girl, when I am a little girl, 4 years old, I'll drive racing cars, I'll drive racing cars, I'll drive racing cars, then, oh, then. When I am a little girl, when I am a little girl, 5 years old, I'll fly aeroplanes, I'll fly aeroplanes, I'll fly aeroplanes, then, oh, then. When I am a little girl, when I am a little girl, 6 years old, I'll drive a choo-choo train, I'll drive a choo-choo train, I'll drive a choo-choo train, then, oh, then. That's all, Chester. I'm not playing that game anymore.
Oh, come on, Henny, just one more. I'll do the funny sounds.
Oh, okay. When I was a little girl, when I was a little girl, 2 years old, I made funny sounds, I made funny sounds, I made funny sounds, then, oh, then.
Warp? Aw, how come you're not laughing, Annie? I'm making funny sounds and everything.
I know, but my friend Rosa and I used to play that game, and then she moved away.
Oh.
I miss her a lot, Chester.
Oh.
I'm really lonely for my friend Rosa.
Gee, well, that is too bad, Annie.
Yes.
Hey, why don't you just stick around with me today? And I like having you around, and then maybe you won't be so lonely for Rosa.
Okay. That sounds great, Chester.
Oh, Annie. Oh, hi, Chester.
Hi.
I just had an idea for something to sort of take your mind off Rosa, you know, so that you won't miss her too much. It's a...
What is it?
Well, it's a game, but actually it's an old game. It's called a porotiti.
Porotiti.
Yeah, well, there are lots of different names for it, and kids all over the world make things like this. My grandfather showed me how to do this back when I was, probably about your age. And I've never forgotten. You take a piece of cardboard like this, you see, it has to be kind of heavy cardboard, and you cut it into sort of a circle, but it doesn't have to be a real circle. And then you make 2 holes in it. See those 2 holes right there?
Oh, yes.
That's for a string to go, ooh.
Looks like a big button.
Yeah, well, it is. A button will work, actually, a big one. I just happen to think, I don't think I've got any string. Do you two?
Yeah.
Could you two find a piece of string
We'll get some.
about this long?
I know where.
Don't worry.
All right, thank you very much. And I'll just keep making the porotiti. And I think now I'll use some color on it. And I'll make a spiral, because when this is going to whirl around, and when it whirls around, if you have a design like this is called a spiral. Looks really neat when it goes round and round and round. So that's a spiral on one side, that's in blue, and I think I'll make another one on the other side in red. A red spiral and a blue spiral. So here goes the red spiral round and round and around. Oop, I almost went off. Maybe I can make a little more here and a little more at the edge. There, I think that'll look good when it's spinning around. So I've got that.
Found some.
good.
Here you are, Mr.
Let's see, is
Dressup.
that going to be long
Is
enough?
that the right size?
Oh, I think this is perfect. Perfect.
Oh, good.
Now comes the hard part. Getting these little ends of the string through the holes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that one wasn't too hard.
Like threading a needle.
It is. Well, the hole's a little bigger than the one on the needle, luckily. There, so I've got both ends of the string through. And now,
You're gonna make a necklace?
no, it looks like something like a necklace or something you'd hang around, sort of a piece of jewelry, but I suppose you could keep it if you wanted to carry it. You could hang it around your neck, but anyway, that's not the way it's going to work. Now you take it when it's done like this, see? And get it untangled, there. See, so the two strings have gone through there. You hold it like this. Now this is kind of a hard part to do. You whirl it around till the string gets wound up. See, each side of the string is getting wound up. And then you pull on it. Whoop.
Oh,
Wow, look at
Well,
that.
actually, it isn't supposed to go that way. That's an interesting way, but another way, let's see if I can get it
quite
going the right way.
fascinating.
Okay, wind up the spring and pull it, and it's whirling that
Oh,
way.
it's
And then it
beautiful.
twists and goes back the other way,
Oh, I
and the
like
other way, until you have to wind it up again. See?
look at it
It's a nice
spin.
toy, isn't it?
You know,
Yeah.
Rosa used to play with one of those.
Oh, did she?
Yes, she did.
Well, in that case, you probably enjoy playing with this right now.
Oh, I would, yes.
I was just thinking of something, too. Maybe before you play with this, would you like to have a story read to you?
Oh, I would, Mr. Dressup. That would cheer me up so much.
Always like a
good.
story. Yes.
Let's see, this is a story called, because you two have been playing well together, it's a story called Can I Play Too? And I think you've heard this story. I'll get the book anyway.
Oh, I remember that
and Mr.
one.
Dressup, could I be the squirrel? Oh, could I?
The squirrel? Sure.
Okay.
Chester, do you want to have a part in the story?
Oh, sure, yes, I'll be the pheasant.
The pheasant.
A
all right.
pheasant, I
Pheasant
seem to
and
remember.
squirrel. So that just leaves the chipmunk. Okay, so this is the way the story goes. Once upon a time, not very long ago, there was a clearing in the forest where young animals liked to play. It was the favorite playground for these three friends: squirrel, pheasant, and chipmunk. And one day, the three friends were playing leapfrog all over the clearing when a young rabbit came along. "I'd like to play too," said the rabbit. And the pheasant and the squirrel and the chipmunk stopped playing and looked at the rabbit. The pheasant said,
Oh, nah, we don't want anybody new.
and the squirrel said,
Nah, your tail's too short.
and the chipmunk said, your ears are too big. I'll bet your name is Big Ears. Then, as the young rabbit left the clearing, he heard them calling after him, "Big ears, big ears." And he felt sad and lonely because he had no one to play with.
Oh.
The young rabbit sat down under a tree all by himself. And the three friends started playing again, hide and seek this time. And they had a very good time. And then along came a young groundhog. And the groundhog said, "I'd like to play too." But the pheasant said,
No, we don't want anybody new.
and the squirrel said,
No, you're too fat.
and the chipmunk said, I bet your name is Too Fat. And as the young groundhog left the clearing, he heard them calling after him,
Too fat, too fat.
The groundhog came to the tree and saw the young rabbit sitting there feeling sad and lonely, and he sat down beside him and sighed. "They called me Too Fat," he told the rabbit. "They called me Big Ears," said the rabbit, "and they didn't want me to play with them." Back in the clearing, the three friends were now playing Find the Buried Acorn, and they were having a great time. Along came a young woodpecker. And he said, I'd like to play too. But the pheasant said,
Nah, we don't want anybody new.
and the squirrel said,
No, your head's too red.
and the chipmunk said, I bet your name is Redhead. And as the young woodpecker left the clearing, he heard them calling after him,
Redhead, Redhead.
And when he came to the tree where the young rabbit and the groundhog sat, he could tell that they were feeling just as sad and lonely as he was. Now, back at the clearing, the pheasant, the squirrel, and the chipmunk had run out of good ideas for games to play, and they were just sitting there, staring at each other, and they couldn't think of another thing they wanted to do. They were getting very, very bored. And suddenly, they heard somebody laughing out loud. And they heard somebody else calling, everybody ready? And they heard somebody saying, woo-hoo-wee, this is fun. So they wondered who was making all that good time sound. And then they saw the rabbit and the groundhog and the woodpecker playing together and having a great time. They were pretending to be a parade, marching and playing music. The pheasant, the squirrel, and the chipmunk watched them for a while. Then they came closer. We'd like to play too, they said. But I'm Big Ears, said the rabbit. You didn't want to play with Big Ears, remember? And I'm too fat, said the groundhog. You didn't want to play with me either. And I'm Redhead, said the woodpecker. You didn't want to play with me at all. The pheasant, the squirrel, and the chipmunk were certainly sorry that they'd been so unfriendly. But luckily for them, the rabbit said, we don't want to be mean like they were, do we? And the groundhog and the woodpecker agreed with the rabbit, so they decided to let the others play too. Come on, they said, but just remember never to call us Big Ears or Too Fat or Redhead again. So then the six of them all played together, marching in a parade and pretending to play music. And if you had been there, you could have heard them laughing and making good time sounds all over the forest. And the end of the book.
I
the story.
bet they had a lot of fun marching all over the place.
Sure thing.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe we should do a little bit of marching.
Okay.
Oh, would you like to get some marching instruments, like maybe some shakers
I've
or,
got some
or bells?
bells.
All right, why don't you get those? I'll put the storybook away, and we can have a march. Wonder what I can play. They've got shakers and bells. Well, I can play pretend instruments. I can have a big shiny instrument that has a slide on it like this, and you go boom, 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 boom. A trombone. Or I could have the big bass drum. Doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom.
We're ready,
boom,
Mr. Dressup.
Oh, yes, you are. All right, then.
Right,
I'm ready.
Right, left, right, left, right. Left,
One,
right,
two,
left,
one,
right,
two,
left,
one,
right,
two.
left,
Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Today is the day when we feel like marching, just like in a big parade. We're a super duper marching band, and everybody listens while we play. Stepping to the rhythm of the big bass drum, everybody feels a beat. Left, right, 1, 2, 1, 2, marching up and down the street. Boom, boom. Boobity boobity boo.
Oh, I like your big bass drum, Mr. Dressup.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
your shaker. And my bells. Left, right,
Fun.
left, right. Let's do it again. Left, right.
Oh, well, maybe later, Annie, because, you know, I have to get back to the trading post.
Oh, you do? Oh, I'll come with you again, okay?
Don't forget the porotiti. You can play with
yeah.
that over there. There you go.
Okay, see you,
All
Mr.
right.
Dressup.
Okay. Bye for now. Well, you know what? I've got an idea for pictures. Yeah. I was thinking about the animals playing together. Maybe I could make some funny pictures of animals playing together. Let's go over to the drawing board and see what I can come up with. Let's see. Oh, I know. I've got an idea already. I think it would be kind of funny if, say, there's a little mouse that likes to play with a ball. So there's the little mouse. And here's his little mouse tail. And here's the ball that he likes to play with right here. Nice little mouse-sized ball. And he looked around, and all he could find, another animal to play ball with him, was this animal. See if you can tell what animal this is. Has little horns like this. Sort of soft brown eyes. And a long, long, long neck. A giraffe! Right. And besides its long neck, of course, the giraffe has very long legs. So I guess it would look something like this. Now, remember that this little mouse is quite small. So how in the world is this little mouse going to be able to play ball with this giraffe, especially when the mouse wants the giraffe to catch the ball in its mouth? Be a pretty tough job, wouldn't it? You go, ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, let me think of another funny pair of animals to have. Oh, I've got another little story. Once upon a time, out where there was a tree that looked like this, and also in a place where there were lots and lots of rocks on the ground. There was a turtle and an elephant who decided to play hide and seek. Well, the elephant tried to hide behind the tree. And you can imagine what that looked like. It didn't work very well, of course. Here's the elephant. Because no matter how many times the elephant went behind that tree, so much of it stuck out around that it could never really hide very well at all. But on the other hand, the turtle decided to go in amongst all the stones, and it hid there, and it looked so much like the other stones that it's still hiding there now because nobody's ever found it. Isn't that a silly story? Whoop! That's the hello phone from the trading post. Hello! Oh, Chester, yes. Somebody just traded something very interesting, you say. Oh, and you want me to guess what it is? Well, I can't. Oh, I know just the person to guess what it is. Mr. Guess-It-All will be coming over to the trading post, and you better cover up that new thing pretty well because Mr. Guess-It-All may guess it all. See you shortly. Come on over the tickle trunk. You ever heard of Mr. Guess-It-All? Oh, he's so good at guessing things. Mm-hmm. And he wears very funny clothes, like this coat, for instance. This is quite a coat. Sometimes while he's trying to think of things, Mr. Guess-It-All just sort of goes like this, and he fans himself with these wing things. He cools off his brain from thinking too much. Oh, he also has a hat. This is Mr. Guess-It-All's hat. And he has special gloves. Now these special gloves are very, very handy for touching things so we can guess exactly what they are. I'll show you. In fact, I am Mr. Guess-It-All. Now let me show you how I work. For instance, I'll guess something right now. This. Yes, it has cardboard on the outside and lots of paper inside. Oh yes, with little marks all over the paper. And I would guess that this is a book. Nothing to it. Now you see over here we have something that has cushions on it, and it's got a back there and a seat here, and you can sit down on it. And I would guess that this is a sofa. And you know what I'm going to guess next? I guess that I'm going over to the trading post.
Oh boy, you did it, Chester. It is all covered up and you cannot see what is under there.
Nope. Nobody can guess what's under there. Not even Mr. Guess-It-All.
No, oh boy. I can't wait for Mr. Guess-It-All to come over and try to guess what's hiding under there.
Yeah, I bet he can't guess.
You know, when we came in and we saw that great big thing sitting there, well, I couldn't see what it was, and I was a little bit scared.
You were?
Yeah, because I couldn't see what it was.
Oh, well, I guess it does look pretty big, all right.
Yes.
Well, if you get close enough, then you can sort of see behind and see what it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure, then I wasn't scared anymore.
Well, maybe we should make sure that nobody else gets scared. And, you know, maybe we should stand guard.
What a good idea.
Okay. No need to be scared here. Everything's all right.
It's really just... Oh, look, somebody's coming.
Aha! There's something here that I have to guess. Something that's covered up.
Yes.
But nothing is too hard for Mr. Guess-It-All. That's me, Mr. Guess-It-All, and I'm going to guess it all.
Oh.
Now, what is under there?
It's very
that's
hard to guess.
You'll never guess.
I guess that it's a big cheese.
No, it's not
not.
cheese. It might be orange, but it's not cheese.
In that case, my second guess is, I guess that it is a shoe.
Oh, boy, that would be a big shoe.
A really big shoe.
All right, my third guess, I guess that it is a very small elephant.
No, it's not an elephant.
Yeah, that is pretty silly, isn't it? Very small elephant. Quite funny. But now, we are going to be serious, because now it is the time for Mr. Guess-It-All to really guess what is there. But you're going to have to give me some clues. I'll have to ask some questions. My first question is,
What?
does this thing under there, is it all covered with feathers?
No, it's not.
No, it's covered with fur.
Fur!
Uh-oh.
Covered with fur. Very good.
Oops.
My second question is,
Oh, well.
if it's covered with fur, does it have long, floppy ears?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it has little round ears.
Little round ears. And now, another question. It's furry, little round ears. Does it have a big pouch on its belly?
Oh, no, it doesn't have a pouch on its belly.
There's no pouch. It's just round and cuddly on its belly.
Oh, he's got a lot of clues now.
Think I gave it away?
Round and cuddly on its belly. Then round and cuddly, covered with fur, with little round ears. I guess that it is a teddy bear.
It is a teddy bear.
You guessed it, Mr. Guess It.
Oh, Mr. Guess-It-All guesses it every time.
You did.
Oh, did somebody trade this for you?
Oh, yes, actually, all the children in the house got too old to play with the teddy bear, and he's so big, and Mrs. Bigelow said there wasn't really room, so she traded him for a book.
He's a really nice teddy bear, isn't he?
Oh, yes, he certainly is. And you know, if I were this teddy bear, I know just the song that I would sing.
Do?
I'm just an old teddy bear, but I want to be hugged. An old teddy bear, but I'm lonely. I'd like to belong and to play and to be touched most every day. An old teddy bear, but I'm lonely. I know that I can give some pleasure to any little girl or boy. I used to be a cuddly treasure, and I'm still a pretty good toy. A pretty good toy.
Oh, Teddy. I think you're cuddly and I want to give you a big hug.
There.
Aw.
Yes, he's quite handsome, isn't he?
Yes. He's a big teddy, but I want to take him home.
Oh.
Yes. So
Well,
I guess I just have to think of something I can trade
he's
for
pretty
him.
big, but you know, he might be too big for you to carry, but I've got an idea. If you get your wagon,
Oh.
Chester and I, okay, Chester, will
Huh?
help you pull him home in the wagon.
Oh, you would? That
Sure
would be a
we would.
great idea.
Oh, did you trade anything for this teddy bear, though?
Oh, that's what we're thinking
No.
about. Well, that's okay. Maybe you can think of something and bring it by later.
Okay.
I'm sure you will. Or
will.
if you'd like this, you know, I drew some pictures of funny animals, and I could go back to my house and get them, and that could be the trade.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you, Mr. Dressup.
You're welcome. So it looks like you've got a nice teddy bear.
Aw.
And we can all have a good time. In fact, we have had a good time
Yeah.
together. But we've got to be going now. So until the next time we see you, we'll say bye-bye from...
Chester,
Annie and Teddy.
And me.
Mr. Dressup.
Bye-bye.